Hello again and welcome back to another video. This is looking at the progress of my Fire and Fury, Original Brigade Fire and Fury project, using everything as low cost as possible really. Epic based figures, lots of terrain, homemade. This is the old printer paper, magnetic printer paper road and river. Field sections made from MDF and cheap fencing. The lovely cornfield, of course, with its removable centre section there. You can get a brigade of troops in there. I'll just bring that back in. Woodlands, village sections with buildings from battle scale, Steve Clay at battle scale. Lovely buildings. These are actually 10mm, which goes quite well. Smaller footprint goes well with the concept of what I'm doing here. Lots and lots of trees. You can see the wood bases. Again, magnetic printing paper. Cheap, but very effective because it doesn't warp when treated. Yeah, I'm really pleased with everything so far. I will just mention the fences which I bought on eBay. MDF. But nice pieces, just speeds up the making of those snake fences. The figures themselves are, I was in about 3 weeks, I think now, 3.5 weeks. And I've got just over, I think 40 bases, stands as they call them in Fire Fury. 40 per side, 6 figures per stand. I'll just bring them up there. They're not nothing special, but they will, let's get them under the light, they will stand a little bit of scrutiny, look. Not too bad, but very quickly painted. I've painted so many of these over my time that I'm getting pretty fast at it. Yes, I've added the second, each brigade as a command base. I've got 2 flags on the cover. I've got the state flag on there, so that's Virginia. That I believe is Kentucky, and I'm in the Virginia battle flag. I only ever do one normally, but I've decided just to make the command bases need to stand out. Again, you see the Yankees here. Every one of those kepis that was a hat on the epic strip has been just trimmed down. It's actually very easy to do and very safe to do if you do it with a craft knife, cut from the top and then trim off the bits around the back. Got a few zouaves. Each stand, as I've got to get used to calling them, represents about 150 men, I think. So, you know, that kind of represents a unit of perhaps 300 zouaves in the brigade there, and another one there. You just dot them about. At the rear there is the Iron Brigade. These are the new Warlord resin Iron Brigade figures. Again, the strips of 10 just cut out 3 of 3, and you waste one on the end. But if I can just show you, that's the Iron Brigade. No damage done. When you cut the strips, there's no damage done to the arms. Look, if you do it right. The resin is more of a snap than a gentle bend, but they snap cleanly, so that's okay. So I've got 10 stands in that brigade, the Iron Brigade there. Just tidy them up, get back into line. So obviously I've got a lot left over from that box, but I'm going to do early war Confederates and other figures in the dress hats as things progress. Artillery, of course. All I've been doing is buying up odd strips as I've seen them on eBay. So I bought 2 of the Zouave and cavalry strips. I'm just starting on the cavalry. If we come over here, you don't have a lot of cavalry in Fire and Fury, but I've got some mounted Confederates, some dismounted Union, only 3 bases, and I'm doing the rest of them probably today. The trees I wanted to talk about because, as I say, on the concept of doing this low cost, these trees, they cost me £12 on eBay. I'm not sure what that is in dollars, but £12 on eBay for 50 trees. And I thought they can't be any good. but look at them. You know, you can just move the bases around. You see the outline of the woods there is marked out with the magnetic base, sheet base. But they look, I'm really impressed with how good they are. Look, there maybe is a better shot. I put 3 on each base. You could do them individually, but I put 3 on each base because I get that real woodland effect. Again, just going through here, the picket fencing around there. Again, was I think it's lasered from a card, and it was about £5-6, and that's done all of those three buildings. I might order some more. I think it's a wonderful little product. Yep, that's another battle scale building there. There's a farmhouse, bit of broken ground. I've got to show you. It's probably my pride and joy, really, the cornfield. Yeah, it'll take a brigade, so it's kind of scaled up. Maybe the fence is a bit too white. And I'm just going to show you, if I can. This is the river section. I've featured this here before. Magnetic printer paper. I think I've done that 25 mil wide, but you can cut all so well. Look, it's not as glossy as it looks under the light. Actually, it's quite flat. If you lay it flat there, it's just catching the light a bit there. There we are. That's a sort of junction piece I made. Again, you can see marking out the back. But the thing about it is, it's £5 for 2 A4 sheets. And I've got all of this road, and there's loads of it here. You know, once I'm working up towards a bigger table, maybe 3x4 or something. But all of this has come out of 2 packets. You get 2 sheets for £5. 2 packets has made all of this. And I think, you know, if you look at it running along there, you can see how flat it lays. There's no warping. You know, you can see the surface of it. Looks pretty good. It's just a bit of Vallejo earth texture on there. And yeah, the basing here is again Vallejo earth texture and a bit of Jarvis flock. I'm using flock as opposed to static grass now on practically everything. And it's just that highlight that seems to, for me, seems to give it a sort of give a little bit of a pop to the basing, which I like. You know, even with the Yankees, where they can be a bit sort of flat looking, the basing again just seems to bring them up. So yeah, I think I've mentioned everything there, other than the rules. Fire Fury, 1990s, very old set of rules. These are the play sheets. Bit creased now, they're encapsulated there. Manoeuvre table, you know, I always like that. That was one bit I always enjoyed, rolling to manoeuvre. And you would have, you know, disorder, good order, and depending on what you rolled, and you got a few modifiers. You'd be well handled, you could be tardy, hold ground, disengage or retire, and the disorder effects from quits the field up to rally with a LAN, so you rally off the disorder marker. That's your musketry and cannonade. Let's just try and get the light off of that. The old musketry and cannonade table. Some a few modifiers, not, and your die results. From desultory fire to lively fire, telling, deadly fire, withering fire. Just going over there, you have fallen leader table. There's your play sequence there. Movement rates, quite long movement rates. So you need a fairly big table really for this. But I'm working up towards that. So that's really it. We're up to 9 minutes already. So, you know, the initial way. I'm sorry about the abrupt ending. I'll sort that out for next time. Please subscribe if you can to help the channel grow, because I've got lots of ideas. Thanks very much for watching.